I actually had the privilege of pirating the Jake Paul Ben Askren fight and not having to pay a damn cent for it, but I still feel like I was ripped off. Wasted 3 hours of my time for that shit that I'm never gonna get back. Honestly. Like, what kind of boxing event was that? I'm not even gonna call it that throughout this whole thing. That was Snoop Dogg's Triller Wild Circus Extravaganza featuring that guy from SNL.
You could tell how professional this event is by them having me here.
The cast of the NWA Straight Outta Compton movie and Cardi B's Entourage, and there were some boxing people involved, admittedly, like a little bit, I guess. So, I turned this on, not expecting much, but holy crap, that was a train wreck. Okay, so this boxing event we watched, Jake Paul, who I'm sure all of you are familiar with in one way or another, and then there was this retired UFC fighter, Ben Askren, which I don't really know anything about him other than that he was some dude online who was going to try to be the next guy to fight Jake and Paul and, you know, once and for good take him down, finally win the Game of Thrones, we're all happily ever after, that kind of bullshit. Anyways, if you've seen the fight, it looks like we were Askren the wrong guy.
No.
Let's start from the beginning. I turned this on around 9 p.m. There was a fight happening. Not much of a fight, like barely any punches being thrown, whatever shit, preliminaries. It's always like that, but at least a fight. And once that fight was over, it was another 2 hours, like 11 p.m. before another fight came on. And there was maybe 3 fights in total other than the Jake Paul and Ben fight. The rest of the time were all live performances featuring such artists as My Crotch is Bigger Than My Thong, humping the floor while lip syncing to someone else's song, half of your favorite artists from the 90s trying to make a comeback,
Do it, put your ass into it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
I can do it, put your ass into it.
and Justin Bieber trying to hype up an audience that doesn't even exist.
How you guys feeling tonight? I said, how you guys feeling tonight?
With lullabies.
Wanna wrap my arms around you, baby, never let you go. And I see you, there's nothing like your touch.
But anyways, the cringy musical acts weren't even the half of it. So remember I said earlier there was 4 fights? I actually forgot there was 5. The other fight was a slap boxing match. And if you don't know what that is, I really don't blame you. So let me give you the rundown. Basically, 2 guys stand in front of each other, repeatedly slapping the absolute shit out of one another until one of them can't take it anymore and collapses to the floor. Just like this. Also, they had Ric Flair there to woo at every possible thing that he could. And we got our man Pete Davidson.
It is someone's jerking off to this.
What?
Where's his locker room, man?
I don't know which one it is.
Oh,
It's this one for sure.
one with his
Oh,
name.
he got a whole team dressed up.
Now, notice how he brought his homie Jack Harlow with him, just like if he was going to a sketchy drug deal and he didn't want to go alone, so he brought some backup just in case things go south. Because you know Pete already knew he was about to drop some bombs on Jake the second he walked in this room.
Remind me of like when Charlie Sheen when he went on his winning tirade. I mean, absolutely. I'm excited for you because this guy Ben is a real tool. So I'm really excited to see him get his ass kicked.
Thank you.
So at this point, I don't really know what's going through Ben's mind. Literally tweeted out, I dare Pete Davidson's little weasel ass to stop by my locker room for a pre-fight interview. Like, Ben's mad, okay. So, again, here we go. Enter Pete. About 30 minutes after this was tweeted out, outside Ben Askren's locker room. Yup. Let's go. Okay.
Where's Mr. Ben? Hello, sir.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good, what's your beef, Pete?
I was about to ask you the same thing. I don't have a beef with you. Nobody wants you to lose this. You know what I mean?
You want me to win?
Yeah, nobody wants to see Jake Paul win. I have to be nice. You have to understand, I'm hosting. I have to be nice in there. He has 8 dudes standing around him with literally nothing to lose. Yeah, believe me, nobody wants anything other than for you to, knock this guy on his ass.
Well,
No, man, I have zero beef with you at all. We're on your side. Totally.
Nice.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
We all.
Well, why don't you like Jake? Just because he's a douche?
Well, I mean, do you have an hour? I mean,
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, he's not a good person. He's clearly, is not a good influence on any of the youth culture.
That's true.
He kind of has this whole like following, so he thinks he can kind of do whatever he wants. Like get busted by the feds with like AKs and like a bunch of machine guns. Like why isn't he in jail?
I think he's
really
violated the law many times.
Yeah. Nobody likes him. Everybody's rooting for you on this one.
Because this guy Ben is a real tool.
So next fight comes on, some black dude versus some white dude. Apparently the white guy was like 70 pounds bigger than the black dude, which I've never actually heard of that in boxing in my life, but I don't really watch that much boxing. So either way, the black guy still kicked his ass, even though he was 70 pounds heavier than him. And the announcers like to mess up his name a whole bunch of times because they were obviously fucking high and drunk as shit.
Come on, it's a tiny ring. USSR, baby, USSR. But the USSR is gonna bring some bombs to the table. Let me tell you.
You mean the USS?
The USSR.
The USSR doesn't exist anymore.
To the next fight. Ooh. Okay, so the next fight. This one's right before Jake and Ben. Now, I really could care less what either of these fighters' names are for the sake of this, but I'm just going to show you how this fight ends. He gets punched, he goes to the floor, and then he tells the ref that he got punched below the belt.
He said he hit him in the nuts. He said he hit him below the belt.
He looked heartbroken.
Starts screaming in pain, grabbing his crotch, like... So let's watch a replay of this from a few different angles. Now you see here, he literally got hit in the arm, nowhere else.
Being very, this is a dramatic reaction.
Here's the ringside physician. Oh, she come and check his nuts? Whoa. Okay.
It's not a good look. He was looking for an easy way out.
Excuse me? Okay, so finally, after all that, after 3 hours, we've made it to the main event. And ooh-wee, I cannot wait to see Ben Askren kick Jake Paul's ass. I bet my goddamn Chevy on this fight. So, better win, all right? Let's see how it goes.
Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 fuck, shit, cunt, balls. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God, man. You cannot be serious. You cannot